Hello and welcome to the Thunderwoods channel. We are going to be talking about Three Eye Atlas and whatever else comes to mind. I just want to double check and make sure that we are live here.
You know what's funny?
What?
There's these lights. They're these smart lights, and for some reason they just change color. Like they go from white light to yellow light, like fluorescent light,
Oh,
and just switch back and forth.
they probably do that with the daylight cycle, don't they?
Well, no, it just happens. It'll just happen periodically.
Oh.
Like it's like a pattern for sure.
Okay, yep, we're live.
All right.
So, first and foremost, we Three Eye Atlas is supposed to be skating by.
Yeah.
They think it could be an alien threat,
Yeah.
is what they say. What the hell happened to your wrist?
Uh, I mean, it's been bugging me since pulling that deer out of the river,
Oh, yeah.
and I got carpal tunnel. So this wrist, I've been wearing it for a few days now, and it's actually been helping quite a bit. So
Yeah.
I don't think I'll have to wear it too much longer.
Um, but yeah, it's supposed to be skating by here. Let me get it pulled up on the web. Let me get some.
The old share.
Yeah, the old. Oh, shit. I didn't realize I was screen recording. Okay.
You might want to restart.
It's too late. We're live, dude. There we go.
Probably should have had some of this stuff ready.
So it's supposed to be here December 19th. Today is the 17th. So we got 2 days. Or we got today, tomorrow. And then it's supposed to be here. It's supposed to be. The reason they find it so interesting is because it's got a heartbeat, is what they call it. It's pulsing some kind of noise or something that we can detect that
I've
is
heard, I've heard
unusual.
that. Yeah.
Yeah, it's unusual of a normal comet. It's also they've done like scans of it from what I've heard, and it's held together by pieces instead of being a solid object. It's like held together by pieces,
Hmm.
and they can almost detect like screw like things holding it together.
How would they be able to do that?
I don't know. They can't detect things going on here on Earth. So
Yeah, we don't know who did the Brown school shooting, but we can detect fucking screws on a so-called spaceship fucking hundreds of thousands of miles
miles
away.
away. Right? Yeah. I don't know. That's just what's been said. When I Google it, it says Comet Three Eye Atlas, which I wonder why they call it Three Eye Atlas. I want to know where they got that name from. But it says makes its closest approach to Earth on December 19th, 2025, passing at a safe distance of about 170 million miles, after which it heads out of our solar system. It was discovered on July 2025, or discovered in July of 2025, had its closest pass to the sun in late October, and is currently visible, offering a unique opportunity for observation as it moves through the constellation Leo. None of that shit sounds like anything I've been hearing. Like, that sounds very nonchalant. Because what I'm hearing is that it's a potentially hostile alien craft.
I mean, that's what you're hearing from the news.
Right, which the news is full of shit and they want us to be scared of these things. But if anything, I hope it's a potentially benevolent, friendly. If it's gonna be aliens, I'd rather it be friendly, and I don't understand why any aliens would come here unless they're gonna be friendly. What do you think?
I mean, if they would want our resources, I mean, they wouldn't have to be friendly.
If they wanted our resources, they wouldn't have had to come all the way here to get them. They could have found them on a different planet, unless we're the only planet that has fossil fuels. Which,
Well, no, that's not what I would be even talking about. You're talking about gold and like platinum and
yeah,
stuff like that.
I'm sure that's on other places, don't you think?
Well, I'm sure it is too, but we do have quite a bit of gold here.
And why is gold so special, other than its conductive properties?
I mean, that's really about it, other than
It's a relatively soft metal. Like you
other
can,
than decorative purposes.
yeah. It's I don't get it. I don't get why everybody gets so up in arms about gold. To me, if there's a metal we should be getting like real cool about or real hasty about, it would be tungsten or Kingston. Tungsten? I think it's tungsten. That shit's hard as fuck.
Silver.
Silver's also one of those that I'm like, why do we care about this?
They're the AI servers that they are building take thousands of pounds of silver to run.
Because of conductive properties or why?
I don't know what it is about silver, but they also use it in like spacecraft and stuff like that.
Huh. So if anything, well, I'm still sitting here wondering why. Like, tungsten's not a high up there metal. It's a relatively cheap metal. Do you know what it is?
I mean, I'm pretty sure that like tungsten is what you use to weld. Pretty sure that sticks when you're doing stick welding, it's tungsten.
Let's find out, because I don't know about that.
So that's what I know about tungsten. It's you use it in welding. Pretty sure it's the sticks. Because I've done just about every form of welding.
Yeah. So welding sticks electrodes, or what they are called, have a metal core. Doesn't say what kind of metal. Often mild or stainless steel, surrounded by a flux coating made of minerals and cellulose.
Just type in tungsten and welding.
Oh yeah, they do make those. Those are definitely a thing. But I mean, that shit's not harder than diamonds, but it's
No.
one of the hardest metals you can get. It's amazing to me that you would weld with that, I guess. Seems like it would break. It'd be brittle after it got heated and cooled. But I guess they
Well,
make
it's probably mixed. Other alloys are probably mixed in with it. Like it's a patching material. Probably not. It's not like 100%. You know.
yeah, that makes sense. I think they may mix it with aluminum.
Yeah, I would imagine they'd mix it with some kind of alloy.
So it says a tungsten welding rod is a non-consumable electrode used in TIG, gas tungsten arc welding, to create a stable arc for joining metals.
Yeah, I've done that.
I wonder if I've used those. I don't know. I've welded before. I used to weld in high school.
What style was it?
So you, I mean, I don't know the terminology, but you took this like clamp thing and you clamped it on the metal
Oh yeah,
rod,
I have
and then
clamp.
you would strike it and it would start, and then you just used it like a pencil.
That would be, I guess that would be the stick welding.
Yeah.
Yeah, actually, that is the stick welding. You don't have to really strike it, though, I don't think.
Yeah, you
From
do. Otherwise, it'll get stuck. I remember I would be a pussy about it and not strike it hard enough, and it would just stick as soon as I'd touch the piece
yeah,
of metal. It would just stick. You have to strike it, get a good spark going, and then you can move along.
yeah, yeah, you're right.
But,
Yeah, you've never used the welding guns?
like a torch or anything like that?
I mean, they're not a torch, it's literally just like a gun that spits out like wire or cable, and that wire like makes the material.
So it's like a hot glue gun, but for metal.
Yeah.
No, I've never used anything like that. That's not how they taught us in high school.
Well, that's a different, that's a less, it's not as strong as the stick welding.
The way you're describing isn't?
Yeah,
Oh,
it's
okay.
the most simple form of welding. And I actually have a welder like that'll do that, but
Hmm. No, yeah, I've never. They never did anything like that. I didn't know. I mean, I didn't know jack shit about welding. Didn't care to learn,
yeah,
really.
that's the most common type of welding.
Yeah, I didn't really care to learn or do anything like that. I just was taking the class.
I like welding.
It's pretty fun. My favorite part about welding is once you've gotten done welding something together, taking it and putting it in the bucket of water and listening to it just fucking. That's
I
my
like
favorite part.
knocking the dark part off
Yeah,
after.
yeah. But anyways, more about Three Eye Atlas. What do you think it is? What do you think? Like, I have friends that are all worried about this shit, and I have friends who don't give a shit. I'm more of the I don't really. I give a shit enough to obviously make this video tonight, but I think
I
it's gonna not. I don't think it's gonna amount to much.
Yeah, I don't really think much of it, honestly. Like it's I don't think it's going to be anything because I think it's just a big show.
You know what I do think is kind of wild about its arrival date,
What?
and this is jumping into conspiracy land a little bit, but it's gonna arrive on the same day that the Epstein files get released.
Hmm. That's kind of interesting.
Yeah, I discovered that today, which
Yeah, I
is
didn't even think about it when I heard about it.
yeah. The Epstein files are getting released on Friday. Friday's the 19th. The 19th is when that thing's supposed to be sworn by us. So, if it is a made up government thing, and there's a lot of really important people in those files, maybe something will happen to try to distract from the files.
Yeah, it's very possible. Pull the alien card.
That's the two ways I see this going is one, nothing happens at all, or two, something big happens and it's like, really? Like, I don't fucking believe it. It's a bunch of made up bullshit and the government has been people within the government have been warning that the government's been wanting to do this for a long time.
Yeah. Ever since, I believe the first person I remember was Warner von Braun.
Braun. I don't know who that is.
He's the guy who created the NASA branch, which was actually a ex SS Nazi soldier
And the
that we
Nazis,
got from Project Paperclip.
yeah,
But on his dying bed, he said that the government would one day try to fake an alien invasion, and it'd be all bullshit.
yeah. So if Friday, if it does turn out to be that, are you coming here?
Like an alien invasion?
Yeah,
I mean, yeah, I'd probably load my guns up and everything and head over there.
yeah. It's something to keep in mind because the something that sticks out to me is the news that I've seen on it. They all make sure to mention that it's potentially hostile. And I'm like, that sounds like you're planning it to be hostile. Like, why aren't you saying like it's potentially hostile or it's potentially friendly? Like we have any idea. Why would you
They're
only
just trying
focus
to
on
get
that?
in people's heads.
Yeah. Wow. That's some
Get,
bullshit in my
get
opinion.
people reacting.
Yeah. Here, one second. I gotta grab something.
Gonna make me entertain everybody by myself. Huh.
Alright, I'm back. Didn't have to go too far. It was just, I have to plug into here because I have a wireless headset, but I lost, when I rearranged my room, I lost the part that plugs into my computer. Have no idea where that went. So now I'm wired up. Well,
How would you lose that?
when I was moving, I was cleaning, and I put it with a bunch of stuff somewhere. I don't know. My room's such a goddamn mess. Trying to find anything in here is a maze, dude.
At least you know it's a mess.
Yeah, I definitely can see it. It's definitely not how I would like to keep it, but it's how my brain works.
So yeah, my house is a mess right now. Uh-oh. You there?
Yeah, I'm here. I can hear you.
Okay. So, have you heard that? Like I heard that it's multiple different alien races. Have you heard that?
I haven't heard anything about race or what kind it is. Nothing.
Multiple different alien races.
Yeah, I haven't heard anything about that. But what kind, like, what are the races that they're saying?
They didn't say any races. They just said multiple.
You know, it'd be really
I,
cool.
I, I really think it's all bullshit.
It'd be really cool if it became like a Rick and Morty thing, you know, where we finally find out that there's a ton of different alien races out there and that we are just one of them on this planet, you know, and they start coming here and introducing themselves. I think that would be pretty fucking awesome.
I think we're too dangerous as a species to.
We're not dangerous to anything
Well, we're
outside.
too unpredictable as a species.
Yeah, we're too crazy. That I agree with. Yeah, we're nuts. We're willing to kill each other.
Yes.
And if we're willing to kill each other, we'd be willing to kill them. So I agree with that. That
For no reason. Like, they could just be chilling. We'd be like, fuck you guys.
yeah, or yeah. And even for reasons less than that, for some people, you know, it would just be that they're aliens. There's going to be some old timers out there that are like, I just don't like them green folk, you know? And it's going to be like,
I mean, I don't know
easy.
if it'd be like that, but I just feel like, yeah, it would be, somehow it would be people against aliens,
Yeah,
for sure.
that's what they want.
Like, even if the aliens did come in peace, the government would somehow,
Make it not a piece.
like, do a false flag of the aliens attacking people and get everybody riled up and
Yeah.
against the aliens,
It would
or,
get political immediately.
yeah, everybody attack the aliens.
Yeah, you'd have one side being all for aliens, like let's let them in, let's let them live here, and then there'd be the other side that would be like, let's kill them all.
Yeah.
Yeah, but it all could change Friday, and I hope it does
I doubt.
because I doubt it too. I really do. I really am sad that it's probably nothing. I really hope it's something though, with how they've ramped this shit up for months now.
I would. I mean, because they've ramped it up for months now, I feel like is a sign that it's complete bullshit. You know, like if it was something serious, if they were going to tell us about it, they'd tell us about it at the last second.
True. Unless they were planning something and they wanted to feed us little pieces of candy the whole way and they wanted to control the narrative. Then they would do it exactly how they've done it.
Planning something like what?
Like a false alien attack.
Yeah, that would make sense. Get everybody scared.
Yeah, and it's just real weird to
So, and
me.
it's just that more believable when they fake it.
Yeah. And it's real
That's
weird to me. It's really weird that we're gonna get the Epstein files on the same day that it's supposed to be coming. In the Epstein files is supposed to be the world's most powerful people fucking
what.
kids.
What do you think we're gonna get when they release the Epstein files?
I think we're gonna probably not get anything because I don't think they'll
Yeah, I think it's
release
gonna
it.
be a bunch of bullshit.
Yeah, I don't think they're gonna release anything that deserves to be seen.
I think anything that we're ever gonna be allowed to see, we've already seen, and
Yeah,
now they're just gonna like re-release the same information.
yeah. I think it'll be a. What I heard, I was listening to some news, which granted it was the news, but they were like, they'll either release partial information or they'll release tampered information. They're not gonna release real stuff that is going to get anybody super powerful in trouble.
Yeah, yeah.
That's what I heard. And I was like, yeah, that makes sense.
Have you been paying attention to this Candace Owen and Erica Kirk feud?
No,
No? Okay.
but let's talk about it.
I mean, if you don't know anything about it, it's kind of hard to talk about it because,
Who's
like,
Candace Owens?
I mean, look her up, man.
Yeah, I guess I got the
You're
internet
there.
right here, don't I?
She just pretty much, I've heard, flipped to 180 on her dislike of Israel after talking to Erica Kirk.
Ooh. Is she Republican or what?
Yeah, she's a Republican.
I really don't like that it's white against black.
I
That doesn't look
didn't
good at
even.
all.
Uh,
You didn't think about that at all?
I didn't. I really didn't.
That's the first thing I noticed. I was just like, oh, so it's a white girl against a black girl, and the white girl's fucking Charlie Kirk's wife.
Yeah.
That's
But I guess they're good now
okay.
after
So
they
what
met
all
up.
happened?
I don't know. I haven't really been paying that much attention, honestly. But I've just heard it's very, very strange.
Well, when you
Because
get
Candace Owen was asking a bunch of questions about his assassination. Because, I mean, we all know the narrative doesn't make any fucking sense, in my opinion, at least, and a lot of other people's. And, yeah,
yeah, it doesn't make a lot of sense why. And even the guy that supposedly killed him, like
yeah,
apparent,
I don't think he did it.
yeah, apparently that court case has fallen to pieces, from what I've heard. What is that rattling noise?
Devo.
No, I think it's that goddamn camera that you plugged in.
Rattling noise. It's not rattling.
It's like it's trying to autofocus on you, and you can hear the autofocus trying to, trying to focus in on you or something.
What do you mean? Like the camera's trying to focus in on me?
Well, yeah.
So I gotta hold still?
No, you don't have to. I didn't even notice it until it's not doing it now. Now it's doing it.
So when I get back, it don't do
Yeah, when you get real close and you're like this far from the camera,
it.
it's trying to focus on that fucking forehead.
My bad.
Yeah, I just saw that light kick on. Right? Was that what that was?
I don't know. I wasn't paying attention. I'm used to it happening all the time now.
Hold up. Let me look at the video. Yeah, it just went from blue to yellow.
Yeah.
And as soon as that happened, you went like that. Interesting. Yeah, what kind of bulbs you got?
They're smart bulbs.
Yeah,
I
what
mean, if I had
brand?
the other two on, I forget. I got them a long time ago. Shanae was hooked up to them. I can't even figure out how to get
It just
hooked up.
went blue again.
If I had the other two on, they would change color with it at the same time.
It's just they turn a certain color when she's letting you down some more.
They just flip back and forth from yellow to blue, and it's like on a timer almost. It seems like.
Huh.
Devo, shut the fuck up. Do you want
Well,
to do?
wants a cameo?
Devo, you on here?
Oh yeah, it's definitely the autofocus.
Get down, buddy.
I hear it again now that he's in there. The camera's trying to be like, who do I focus on? That was that was adorable. That was probably the cutest thing I've ever seen him do.
I'm telling you, when it's just me and him, he's a normal dog.
Yeah, he's something else when anybody else gets around though.
Because he never gets attention from other people because everybody else is fucking
Because he's an
scared of
asshole.
him. Yeah, I mean, you got to put him in his place. And
But you don't have to do that with other dogs. Like with other dogs that you just meet, you don't have to like
I mean,
beat the shit out of them
I
first,
don't think he
and then
knows
they
he's being an
respect you.
asshole. He's just like so excited.
It's just, I don't know. To me, I like him, but I like him with. I don't like him unconditionally. I like him with conditions because he's a.
That new fucking
What?
vest that I got him,
How's it doing?
it, there's no weight to it.
There's
Just
got
like the other vest.
so it doesn't work.
I mean, it's not. I mean, I feel like it does something, but I feel like the only reason it does anything is because he's more distracted on trying to get the thing off than like,
Focused on being calm.
yeah.
Yeah.
Like he's not pacing back and forth. He's just like rubbing up against the couch now.
uh, so tell me more about this Candace Owens, Erica Kirk drama.
I mean, I really don't know a lot, honestly.
I don't
I
know
have,
anything. I
there's
know I've
just
seen.
so many different theories of the Charlie Kirk assassination, and I've seen a lot of good like evidence for these theories, and then seen a lot of evidence against these theories, and it's hard to distinguish what's real and what's not. So I just kind of stopped paying attention.
Yeah.
which I feel like that's how everything's going to be at this point.
Yeah,
This
really.
point forward, like we're just going to be so, because all the AI technology now can make. Did you see that picture? The Bondi Beach shooting.
No, I heard about that, but I don't know what that is.
Here, let me. It was a shooting where um, supposedly a Muslim father and a Muslim son went out and killed a bunch of Jews on like some Hanukkah celebration at Bondi Beach. Damn it, what was I looking up? I'm so fucking high.
The Bondi Beach shooting?
Huh.
Have you ever looked into if you've had a stroke or not?
Huh.
I'm just looking at your face right now, and your left side's droopy, dude.
It's always been droopy.
Has it?
Yeah.
Okay. But that typically indicates a stroke.
Damn it, Ethan, you keep distracting me.
No, I'm. What are you looking at? You're looking up the Bondi. There
Yeah,
was
but
a Muslim kid and a Muslim mother supposedly shot up some people or something. I don't. I don't know anything about it.
trying to look for this photo.
Are you gonna send it to me?
I can. If I can find the fucking thing. Good lord.
You taking a lot of photos these days?
No, this isn't a photo I took. It's on X. I'm looking at this guy's account. He posts so much shit on here. It was on there yesterday.
You know, I almost smoked before we started this, but I was like, nah, better not.
You should have.
Well, I figured there'd be a halftime somewhere in the stream, and
I
that's
mean,
when I
it's
would.
called the halftime here.
We've barely been streaming for very long.
Okay, here it is. Oh, shit. Son of a. That's some bullshit. That is some bullshit. Huh. Hmm. Well, Ethan, what do you want to talk about?
I'm still waiting on you to present that photo.
I'm trying to find it, but I found it and then I went to send it and I accidentally clicked on the wrong thing and then it sent me back to the beginning of the feed.
Oh.
Here, hold on. I got another idea.
Well, we could talk about potential places to ghost hunt, and I know a place.
Okay.
So, my friend Anna, her mom owns multiple properties across Nevada. A lot of these properties are have been around since like the bushwhacker times, including where she lives. She lives on the square, like in one of those houses above the business, you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
And it's got multiple floors to it, but it's one of the places that used to be a part of the hotel that was here, like the big famous hotel that was a part of Nevada.
I don't know about that, but
So there was this big famous hotel that was in Nevada.
yeah.
What the hell are you doing?
Sorry, I was gonna go get some chips and then I realized you would get pissed off if I started eating chips in the middle of this.
Yes, I would. Thank you for realizing that. But so one day Anna's sitting in this place doing homework. And
Oh,
this, yeah, homework, yeah, because she lived there growing up. And some guy comes walking up the stairs. You're an ogre, dude. Just gulping down pickle juice. No. Anyways, so she is.
didn't know if anybody would see that.
Everybody saw it. Everybody saw that. Um, so she's doing this homework, and a cowboy walks upstairs and comes into the room where she is doing her homework, and he asks her like, "Hey, how do I get a room here?" And she was like, in which on the front of her where she lives, it still says hotel where she lives on the square. So
Uh-huh.
she thought somebody had just come inside and thought they were
A
getting,
hotel.
yeah, thought they were getting a hotel room. So she was like, let me talk to my mom and we'll see what we can do for you. And so she goes downstairs and checks the doors. The doors are locked. Nobody could have gotten in. And so she calls her mom. Her mom comes over and they go upstairs and they search the whole place and can't find this guy anywhere. And I can tell you that I've been there several times now. And every time I'm there, it sounds like people are walking up and down the stairs. While we're just chilling, hanging out, we'll just hear like crit, 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 crit. And we're just like, what the fuck? Like, it's enough, like, she's used to it by now to where she doesn't really react. But I'll, like, be looking at the door, like, who the fuck is here? And there's nobody there. She's very
Sounds like a
interested.
good place to start.
Yeah, she's very.
And is she down for ghost hunting too?
She's very down. She's very down.
So yeah, that sounds like a good place to start.
Her mom also owns a property that was around before bushwhackers and did not get burned down during bushwhackers. So this place is over 100 years old.
Okay.
And
I'm off Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday of next week.
I'm off Thursday.
So maybe we could do it either Thursday night or
Well, that's Christmas.
I think Christmas is Wednesday night. Christmas is Thursday morning.
Right. So after Christmas Eve or after we open presents and stuff.
Yeah, like Thursday night or maybe even Friday night.
Yeah, I could definitely ask her if we can do it then. I'm sure she's going to be down.
I couldn't stay very late Friday night, but is it
Um,
just her that lives there, or
yeah, it's just her that lives there, and it's like a fucking one, two, three-story place. And a lot of scary shit happens there. I'd love to ghost hunt.
let's go check it out.
She and I did ghost hunt at the other house, that the one that was around before the bushwhacker burnings, and it was it wasn't that scary. It was just more weird than anything because of what the voices kept saying. They
What
kept
they keep saying.
they kept saying like you're forgiven. And we could not figure out what that meant. And we kept asking like what that meant and what to do and stuff, and it would just be like you're forgiven.
Huh.
And we used one of those, like, those box, like, we downloaded one on our phones, and it's one of those boxes that's like switching between the channels, you know.
Oh, like the ghost box?
Yeah, we used one of those, and that's when it kept saying you're forgiven on there.
Huh.
And so we looked up what that meant, and that could mean that, like, it's trying to gain your trust by making you feel like you're forgiven for something you've done.
Or
That was the main thing. That really was the main thing. Was because no thing that talks to you, there's no such thing as ghosts. There's a such thing as demons.
yeah. Well,
In my opinion, anyway, there's no such thing as ghosts. There's a such thing
I
as
think it's
demons.
possible that energy may be able to get stored in a certain place by certain people, and like you may be able to see like their energy, which replicates as them at certain points of maybe a certain time frame or something like that. I mean,
This stuff was intelligent, though. It was like
yeah,
we,
this would not be intelligent. This would be like a recording, like
yeah, this
type
was
thing.
this was
But
intelligent.
yeah, anything that's intelligent, I feel like that would be a different life form of some sort,
Yeah,
which I would say most of them are probably demons. Yes, but there are other life forms, which I don't know if they're different angels or different beings, but it does describe two or three different races of either angels or beings.
Yeah, one of them has like multiple heads.
Yeah, head of a man, a lion, a ox, and I forget what the other face was, but yeah, and then four wings above it and four wings below it.
Which to me sounds just like a clusterfuck
Yeah,
of shit,
that's
dude.
a whole lot of like freak of nature looking type shit.
Yeah. But that's never how demons are described.
Well, yeah, that's why I did. That's not a demon. That's either uh, an angel or some other kind of being that it's trying to describe. Oh, an eagle. That's what the other face was.
Eagle, yep. I wonder why those animals.
Because they're, I mean, just from, I don't know for a fact, but I would just assume that because those are like the alpha species of that race, of animal.
Yeah, I don't know. It's nuts. It's crazy to think about. And I don't know what we were talking to, but it was definitely trying to convince us that everything was okay and that we were forgiven. And that unsettles me so much. Because it also told us to get out, it told us to stop talking, but it kept going back to like you're forgiven.
I don't know.
And it was like a deep male voice too that would talk. I've not done this at her house just because this is where she lives and I don't want to stir up stuff there unless she's okay with that.
Yeah.
But she's done this in the parking lot at her house and she thinks there's something going on there.
You said a deep male voice.
Yeah, it was like a deep male voice over
Like,
radio static.
how deep?
Like you and I can't even make the noise. This guy maybe our Uncle Calvin can make that deep of a voice.
Huh. It's kind of interesting.
Why is that?
I mean, that when I was real little, I used to hear a voice, a really deep voice, like in my dreams. And that's like super deep voice. And most of the time it would be laughing at me. I wonder if it's the same voice.
I don't know. But we'll get the app back. I deleted the app once we left that place, but I'm sure we can get it back and do some more investigating. I'd like to get some cameras set up too to try to figure out what that noise is that we hear going up and down the
Yeah.
stairs.
We do need to invest into some equipment.
Yeah.
How much are cameras these days?
They're expensive. I don't know. They're like $300 to $500 probably.
Shit.
I don't really know that. I could look it up right now though.
I mean, we could do most of the filming on our phones.
That's kind of where I was gonna get, because I think the camera market is leaning more towards phones anyway. Oh no, I'm totally wrong.
Like a
So
hundred
a
bucks.
4K camera, $105 at Walmart, and it actually is 8K.
Okay.
But we'll want to record in 4K because 8K. Have you ever heard about the conspiracy of 8K?
What do you mean?
The amount of power that it would like use to run 8K on a normal TV is unreal.
Uh-uh.
And TVs that claim to be 8K, they're just lying to you.
Well, I know they're not 8K because 8K isn't even truly out yet. Like,
Yeah,
I think the PlayStation 3 can produce 8K, and that's about it that I know of.
I don't think it's the
Or not
PlayStation 3.
PlayStation 3, but the PlayStation, whatever one that I got. The PlayStation 5, is that what they're at now?
Yeah, but to transfer that much data over a wire is impossible right now. We can't we can't do it. So when they're like, "Ooh, 8K," that's a fucking lie, and they're just that's a clickbait word. Like
Yeah,
it's bullshit, and you shouldn't buy
not
stuff.
true 8K.
Yeah, it's not true 8K. Even if it is, it has to get downscaled to 4K before it can travel beyond that wire, and you can't truly have 8K if it's been downscaled to go through a wire to come up over here. It's gonna come up whatever your TV is. My TV's 4K.
So
You know,
maybe there's a new transformation system that needs to be made.
there probably does need to be one. HDMI is. I think everything will probably end up going to from HDMI to Ethernet. I think is where it'll all end up. Because Ethernet can carry a crazy amount of data.
I know, I'm sorry, I'm retarded when it comes to computer terms. What is Ethernet?
Ethernet's the little plug that you plug into the back of your Xbox that clicks
The
and it
cable.
and it connects to your router.
Yeah,
Yeah,
cable, and line.
yeah.
Okay. Well, that's always better.
That's always better, yeah, but to get the companies are going through the same thing that Apple's going through, where Apple wants to use lightning cables for some fucking reason instead of using uh, USB C. It's because they can make more money doing it that way, you know? Rather than if it was all just Ethernet cable, if it was all just universal Ethernet cable, and your cable was a Cat 8 cable.
Yeah. Well, you're the one that buys Apple products.
I know. That's because they're the fucking best.
I don't know if I'd even go that far.
No, they are. They are the best software wise. Hardware wise, maybe not. Software, by far the best. That's why I go Apple. And I know computers pretty goddamn well.
Okay.
I built
Well,
this one twice.
I don't have a problem with Android, so
Yeah, and people that use Android don't have a problem with it because they've never had the luxury of using Apple.
I get
Now,
an iPhone in my hand and I have no idea what the fuck to do with that thing.
yeah, it's a different system. I just know that I started out with Android. My first smartphone was an Android. After that, I switched to Apple, and I was like, "What the fuck are Android people doing?" Like, I thought it would be a small switch, but it was so big of a difference that I have never looked back.
Maybe you just haven't had a good Android phone.
I had top of the line. Me and Dad bought the same phone. We had the HTC something. HTC Inspire, I think is what it
That's
was called.
never HTC's never been the top of the line. Samsung's always been the top of the line.
No, this was when smartphones were new.
Well, that's your fault then.
Yeah, it was my fault for buying Android. I should have just went with Apple because
Mm,
Apple's had it figured out.
that's great.
The only problem with Apple really is that they have
It's not compatible with anything.
no, it is. The only
It does not
problem
like to communicate with anything.
it does. I have it. I do it all the time with all of my things. It's totally compatible with everything. The
Well,
only problem
Hondas do
with
not like to communicate with iPhones.
what doesn't?
Hondas.
Oh, I don't drive a Honda. I drive a Toyota. Another reason, another car. I'll never buy another car that's not a Toyota.
Toyotas are good cars.
Yeah, I'll never not buy a Toyota. But the only issue I've ever really had with iPhone is that my phone right now is like a 13 Pro Max, and they're on like 16 Pro Max, and my phone's not that different than those phones that they're now releasing. And it's like, come up with something new. That's the only thing about Apple that gets me heated is Apple will release things like a hair of a time to fucking make it to where you have to keep buying new products just to get one feature. And it's like, no, I'm not doing that. And
Yeah, Android comes out with software updates where you can do the new features on your current phone a lot
yeah,
of the times.
yeah, Apple does not do that. Like, but the features that I'm talking about are hardware features. They're not software features. Software features, yes, Apple will just update and my phone will be no different than the newest iPhone that's out there. If that makes sense. But the hardware of it is going to be different because that phone's going to have a
So,
camera and a display that is so much better than mine.
Vivo, get out of the toilet. Sorry.
No, the Apple hard software you can upgrade. The hardware you can't. And that's something I think Android does do better. Is Android doesn't when Android releases a new phone, first of all, Android is the software of the phone. It's not the phone's it's
Yeah.
not who's making the phone.
Technology.
Yeah, it's like Samsung or LG.
Yeah, I prefer Samsung.
Yeah, I can tell you right now, Samsung is so confusing.
I think it's pretty simple.
I have to,
I've been using it for a long time.
yeah, I try to troubleshoot Samsung TV issues with older people, and it's fucking retarded.
Oh, I don't have Samsung for TV. I have Sony for TV.
Yeah, we don't get a lot of Sony issues. We
Yeah,
do
Sony's
get
badass.
we get a lot of Samsung TV issues come in.
Yeah. Sony made a phone, I'd buy it, but they don't.
Which is weird because Sony makes cameras.
I've thought about buying that Google phone, but I just don't trust Google. But although I got a Google account, so they already got my information, so maybe I should get a Google phone.
I can tell you right now, everybody I know that has a Google phone loves it.
Yeah.
They think it's great. And it's been something I've considered too, but switching back to the Android software, I don't want to do it. Like, I don't want to have to work with Android any more than I have to. I have Android on my tablet and I fucking hate using the thing. But I have iPhone on my phone. If I had just a nice tablet, iPad, ugh, I wish, because their software is so cohesive. It just works so well.
You know what
But
we call
Android doesn't. What?
you know what we call people like you?
What? Who call people like me?
Me,
Okay, what do you call people like me?
a prima donna.
Somebody who likes their software and hardware to work well? Likes their
I mean,
the
I've
thing they
I've
paid
never had
thousands of
issues.
dollars.
I've never had issues. The only issues I've ever had was Samsung and Android. Like after a few years, my last Samsung, the battery kept draining really fast.
But
I had to get a new phone.
you've never owned an iPhone. You've never had an iPhone, never used an iPhone.
I did have an iPhone for like a couple months and I couldn't figure out how to use the damn thing.
When did you have an iPhone for a couple of months?
One of my phones broke. It was when I was dating Megan Clark, and she gave me an iPhone to use.
Which iPhone?
Well, fuck, I don't remember. I
Did it
think
have a
that was
button?
in the earlier days of iPhones,
Yeah. Back then,
like an iPhone 8 or some shit, probably.
yeah, that iPhone 8 is actually known as one of the worst generations of iPhones that has ever come out. Really, iPhone didn't really the iPhone and its software really started getting good after iPhone 10, which my first iPhone was iPhone 5 and I loved it from the very beginning, but I did have issues with like my battery draining really fast or little things here and there. It seemed like the phone got slow over time, which Apple got sued for because they ended up coming out and being like, yeah, we released updates that would slow down your phone. They don't do that anymore. And also, when once they went to this design of phone, like full screen phone, once they got rid of the button that was down there, that's when iPhone hit its biggest stride, in my opinion. And it's just been minor software updates, major hardware updates ever since.
I just like to be different, I guess.
You do. You like to be the person that's on the side of the independent. Even though you're getting shit in your hands, you're just like, I love this shit. This is shit I chose to put in my own hands.
I think it works pretty good.
I'm sure it does. It's a flagship phone, isn't it?
A what?
A flagship phone
The hell's that mean?
means it's the top of their brand.
Oh, it was like 4 years ago, 3, 4 years ago.
So it's a flagship phone. It shouldn't even crap out anytime soon, right?
Well, I've dropped it a bunch of times, and like the signal on it sucks. Well, after I dropped it this one time, the signal really stopped kind of connecting, and then here lately the screen will go black, and I just got to tap it on something, and it lights back up. But
That's too bad.
I
You
mean, it's
know,
been like this for like half a year now.
yeah, I've had my iPhone 13 and we're on like iPhone 17 now. I've dropped it. I got a tiny little crack here and I got a tiny little crack there. Phone still works like the day I got it. Still an excellent fucking phone. That's why I don't get rid of it.
Yeah.
Like, I'm not gonna get rid of it until I have to.
I mean, I guess I really didn't really drop mine. I threw it, but
Yeah, both of the times mine got those little cracks on them, it just slid out of my pocket and hit the ground and cracked it. But still works like a charm. I don't have any complaints about this phone at all.
yeah, yeah.
Now you're gonna resort to that, are ya? Well, here, let's take a break because I want to go smoke some weed.
All right. Yeah. I don't know how to pause this.